Hey guys, welcome back to Filara Spirit. I'm Topher.
I'm Chris.
And today we are going to be doing some quick universe messages for y'all, the fire signs. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Before we get into it, I would just like to state this is going to be a general reading, so it might not resonate for everyone. Make sure you check out your other major placements if you know them, because there will hopefully be messages that resonate there for you. And as always, you can check out personal and private readings via the link to the website in the description box down below, along with all of the other social media links, and our new podcast, you guys, which is actually on YouTube as well as Spotify and Amazon and all of those other places as well. But if you were just feeling like, oh, I'm on YouTube and I feel like, you know, clicking over and having a look, the link will be down below, you guys. So please go and check it out. It will be much appreciated. And let's get straight into it with Aries. Hey, Aries, welcome to your reading. We're going to kick it off with your theme song, which is
Impossible by Thomas Bergerson.
It's by Two Steps from Hell, but it's by Thomas Bergerson. Shh, he knows it. We know it. Let's not pretend, okay? I love Nick Phoenix, but still. It's going to be linked down below in the description box for you guys. Make sure you go and check it out. So, Impossible.
Yeah, Impossible is, well, like the name suggests, it kind of hints at something far more grand and fanciful than is straight in front of you, right in front of your path. It might be things not exactly coming together in the way that has been readily imagined, but as fire signs, I think there is enough energy in there for impossible to be possible. In your case.
We were discussing how this is a piece of music with, like, I think it has like 7 different genres. I actually wrote an essay for it at my music college, and as I was studying it, I got to terms with, like, there was like at least 7 different genres, something like that, and they're all sort of mishmashed together. And I know, even saying that to you and you're listening, that probably sounds like, well, that sounds crazy. Like, how can you have 7 different pieces of music playing? Trust me, listen, and you'll see how perfectly it can work. So it feels like something that is either on the face of it, or to other people, or maybe even to yourself, it seems impossible, but actually for you, Aries, it just somehow works, right?
So being on the wavelength of this energy, I am going to pull some oracle cards. First, I'm going to start with a central message from the Akashic deck.
Yeah, the Akashic Tarot. I got that one a long time ago. It served me as one of the ones actually that served me probably the best, besides obviously my own tarot deck, because I'm slightly biased. Oh, that is what I like to see.
So yeah, as the card that you pulled is clearing the way, 4 of Keys.
It's the 4 of Pentacles. See those guys there? Like off in the distance is like, I think it's a house. Yeah, it's like I suppose it's their house. Like they've just gotten married or something, or they've bought it, and there is this big old tree trunk in the way. He's got an axe in his hand, so I feel like that's you, Aries, right? Just, okay, screw this. I'm gonna chop my way through what otherwise would be impossible to other people. You're just not even a bish.
So yeah, there is definitely an obstacle that needs to be cleared out of the way here. It might be an obstacle that you have to clear away in its entirety. Maybe you've been working on this obstacle for a while.
Yeah.
Or you have seen this obstacle coming on this path that you're taking, but now is the time for this to be cleared aside.
Yeah, it's something as well that might seem impossible to you, right? Maybe right now, from the way that you are looking at the situation, or certain things are being perceived, you may feel like it's impossible, right? I'm going to clarify here, please. Please clarify for Aries. What is the, okay. Well, it's definitely the completion of something, the World card. That's the end of a big old cycle, right? Because we're not just talking about the 10 of something, which, by the way, the 10 of clues, 10 of swords is on the bottom of the deck. So this is definitely the end of something, but this is also like a major ending. It's not just an ending of swords or wands, or it's an ending of a whole way of being, right? And it's come out with the 5 of drones, which is the 5 of pentacles. So you've got here the 4 of pentacles and the 5 of pentacles, which is progression, absolutely. And the 5 always indicates that hump in the road, like it's hump day, Wednesday or something, like it's that the middle part that is the toughest to get through, the middle point, right? Once you're over that hump, it sort of drives you forward, right? It's like this is almost the toughest part is ending this cycle. But once you've done that, because I'm seeing underneath the 10 of clues is the 6 of clues, which is the 6 of swords, which is moving into calmer waters, right? So 4, 5, 6, you're absolutely progressing like over the middle part where it's, who said it? Joe Dispenza said the river of change. Being in the river of change is turbulent, but once you're past the halfway point and you can now see the bank, the horizon, the bit where you're aiming towards, the lighthouse, however you want to picture it, you feel so much better, right? And you are just at that middle point where just on the other side of this hump is like the lighthouse or the dawn, right? The
or
other
coming
side
out
of the
jungle.
Yeah,
however.
the other side of the river. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah.
It's definitely it feels tricky though. I do feel like this impossible is talking about, it feels like it's something to you, Aries. It feels like it's something impossible. To you, it feels like it's something that you've either been trying for a long time or it's taken you a long time, right? It's taken you a long time to get even to this point, or you've just been stuck at the middle point for a long time or something.
There's been a lot of waiting.
Yeah.
And waiting rooms or maybe telephone lines going off. It could be something physical. It could be something very mental.
But you are like, you're so close to being over the hump to where you can actually see the other side, you know? Right now it feels like maybe there's like some elements of like being in the dark, not knowing necessarily in which direction you're going at all.
And we have 2 advice cards, success and growth, and share the love.
Was it 8 of Wands, 3 of Cups?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 of Wands, 3 of Cups. Okay, so this is definitely an achievement of some form or another. This is recognition on something.
It's also the 8 of Wands, which is sudden movement after a delay, after delays, which is kind of, you know how people have growth spurts or plants have growth spurts, you know, like it'll take 2 weeks before you'll see like a tiny green shoot above the level of the soil, but once it's there and it can catch the sunlight, then it just explodes out of nowhere. Or, you know, a child reaches a certain age and all of a sudden they just grow 2 feet seemingly overnight. It's like, like you're clearing this somehow, this thing that feels impossible. It's almost like you are you're clearing it impossibly fast as well, right? Not only does it feel right now possibly I don't see at all how I'm supposed to get past this point or what's on the other side of this middle hump, but once you do, once you do, then all of a sudden like the impossibility becomes the speed that you're moving at, the speed with which you then make it to literally the other side of the river of change, right? We're definitely going through a passage of change at the moment. And
we have a card that is very much in relation to flow, with share the love, 3 of Cups. So this is definitely one of those energies that is some form of sharing. This is in the holiday season where we have a lot of giving going on. So there will be whatever this is coming to fruition.
Yeah, something here is making you feel real good, right? It's making you feel really, really good, possibly because you are overcoming what once seemed impossible to you. Now the clearing the way is the fact that it no longer seems impossible to you, right? Do you know what I mean?
And there'll be enough for the people who are important in your life to share with, or whoever is involved with this this current point in your life.
Yeah, it feels like you're going to want to share the love. You're going to be, this is the Three of Cups, which is a card of friendship, celebration. I always call it the card of popping the cork, right? Of a bottle of bubbly, because there's something to celebrate, something specific almost. And it seems like you are bringing this energy forward. You are radiating this energy towards the end of November, because you have surmounted something that's once seemed insurmountable, right? You have cleared the way towards, or on the path to, something that you didn't think you would be able to clear, or maybe other people didn't think you were able to clear, right? Interesting. So advice. What is the advice here? You're definitely gonna have a reason to celebrate. And it does kind of feel like it's going to be a surprise to you, even though you are the one that's going to be initiating the celebration. It's like there is something in your life that's just being removed, almost as if by magic, but it's you who did it. It is you who set this in motion. And it's just sort of magically clearing something. And it feels like almost like magic, because it felt so impossible before. Like this was never going to happen, but ta-da!
So for your animal spirit reading and advice, we have the Tiger Spirit. You're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you're capable of doing so.
I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Just what is that word there? Leadership. And who are you? Aries. I don't even want to talk about you and leadership, okay? Because that's what you're born for.
Your fire sign is a natural born leader.
Absolutely. Also, because it seems like, look, there's another person here. So it doesn't have to be like your partner. It could be, it doesn't even have to be like a physical person. It's just things, something that maybe you're emotionally tied to, whether it's things, whether it's pets, whether it's people, situations or something. There's something here that you are taking with you. And it's almost like you are the one who is providing the leadership here with this axe, right? You are the one that's actually going to be, that's what I mean. You are the one who's doing this. You've put this in motion already. You've already set this in motion. So although maybe it seems like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. How did this happen? Like all of a sudden now I can charge forward and really get going. Actually, you already did this for yourself, right? You've already set this in motion. Let me clarify this, Tiger. Wow. Wow, wow, and wow again. That's all I gotta say. Okay, the devil and strength. Now, if that is not taming your demons, battling your inner beasts and coming out on top, I don't know what is, because you just pulled the tiger and strength, which is traditionally a lion, but in my deck it's a dragon, okay, because obviously it's a dragon. But seriously, Leo, strength, lion, and the tiger, like you are way overcoming. Like you're not just going over the hump. You're doing that thing in the movies, where they drive really fast and then they sort of catch air time and it goes in slow motion and the car just when they start driving. Like you are fast and furiousing over this hump, okay? Seriously, it's not even an issue, right?
And there's loads of those movies, so like them, sometimes you may need a period of reflection to kind of reflect on the high points. Yeah,
it's probably what you've been doing. Like you've probably been just wondering, like, where is the next thing? Like, what is the next step? Or because I'm seeing this judgment underneath is almost like a clearing of that confusion. So a clarity, an understanding. And it seems like the understanding is that like you've already done this for yourself. The reason that the things are happening the way that they are is because you've already set them in motion. And then just sort of, then all of a sudden you hit the nitro, right? In your car, you hit the nitro in your Fast and Furious car because you realized that the nitro was there the whole time. Like you are your own nitro or something. and then straight up over the hump, and you're just straight to the other side of the river of change. Everything just starting to look different immediately. What once was insurmountable is now triumphed. It's conquered.
Also, I already know that this is 100% confirmation that this is your message, because I talked a little bit about jungles when we talked about clearing the way, and then the tiger came out.
Yes.
Where does the tiger dwell?
Look, it's literally like in bushes and stuff, in the foliage of the jungle. Absolutely. So, Aries, that's what we have for you. Let me know down below whatever it is that's going on for you and how it turns out, of course. Don't forget to check out everything down below for social media and our brand new podcast, you know, because obviously, why wouldn't we promote it? Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Take care, Aries.
Hey Leo, how's it going? Welcome to your reading. We're going to get straight into it with your theme song by Ivan Torrent, Human Legacy. I love it. This one's actually a finished card for once. This is one of my original discoveries in trailer music. So it has a special place in my heart because this was around the time when I was first working with Topher and Marius, which is like nearly 8, maybe 9 years ago, maybe even more than that. It's absolutely ridiculous how long they've been in my life now. But so it feels like it's something that is, it holds a place. Let's imagine your heart is a trophy closet or something, right? A cabinet that opens. It has quite a high space, you know, it's probably glorified with like some lights around it to make it stand out. It's something that is quite precious, but significantly to you. Like almost precious enough that you don't really care about sharing it too much. And it's not that you don't want to share it, it's just you genuinely just do this for yourself, you know, or this is something that you've wanted to do for yourself, right?
Yeah, and this is one of those songs that I kind of had kind of the same feeling, that this is about a situation staying the same, but you are the one changing in this situation. The situation is very static, but you yourself are going back to or coming from someplace. I always kind of imagine some sort of a character just kind of looking back on a plane or a ship, before kind of turning forward and facing like the camera and
the last glance over the shoulder kind of thing.
Exactly. One final look back at something, and then realizing that that place is going to stay the same, and the place that they're going is maybe not going to stay the same when they get there, but they themselves are the ones doing the movement and going forward. Nothing else will change.
So it's like something that maybe if it felt maybe a bit tough to leave it behind or let it go or say goodbye. Kind of like when you leave primary school or secondary school, elementary school or high school or something, right? And you make all of your friends, and of course you want to grow up, you want to go to big school, you want to go to college and university and all of these things, but you have to say goodbye, and it's kind of bittersweet sometimes, right? Where it's but this feels like it's a situation that, or it's a something or a situation that will always be there. Like you said, it's something that will just stay the same. So it kind of feels like it's not necessarily a relationship necessarily that you're leaving behind or that is reappearing. It's maybe a creative project or a dream or some kind of thing, right? Rather than someone.
Yeah, this could be very major or minor. It also has that forward energy from that look back that is kind of propelling you forward. It's kind of like when you leave 5th grade, just going by the US example in the States, and going into middle school and feeling like you're top of the totem pole, and then you enter a new cycle and everything starts all over anew.
I think maybe as well, looking back at something is looking at, like, this is where you, Leo, and this thing, this project, this manifestation, this thing, and you were once approaching it like in a certain way, and now either you are going back to it or it's coming back to you, but you are the thing that's changed. Like the thing is still the same because it's just a creative process, or it's some kind of job, or I don't know, like somewhere you want to live. It's still there. It's not really going to change in any real sense. It's you that's changing. So you're either changed to the point so much where you're like, I don't even want this thing anymore, or I've realized that there's so much better, or something like that. Or you've changed to the point that, okay, now I can look back. This is how I did everything before. I'm going to do it differently this time, right? Or I'm going to not do it that way anymore, right? I'm at least not going to do it that way anymore, even if I don't know how it is that I am going to do it, right? Which can kind of be a little bit, it can be a little bit unnerving, you know, we don't know what's going to happen.
Jarring at the very least.
Yeah, we don't know how certain actions are going to affect certain things. And the trickiest part is because as we look back, that we only know how to do it the way that we have done it before, but that didn't garner the results that we wanted. And obviously now we're changed Leos. So I think that innate courage and bravery is going to come in pretty useful, right? Of, no, I'm not going to do this the same way I did this before, right? Or perhaps for some of you, I'm not even going to participate at all because this isn't even my jam, right?
Yes. So to
oracles.
further clarify this, we're going to pull one of the classic Akashic tarot cards, give you a pointer on where to go from here. What would the central message to this song be for you, Leo? And we have the Ascent in reverse.
Huh.
7 of Keys.
7 of Pentacles. So there's that thing as well of like waiting for something, right? Not getting necessarily the results you want. I'm seeing the original 7 of Pentacles on the Rider-Waite, where the character's got a rake and he's raking away one of the pentacles and looking at the rest of the bush, and he's kind of just like sort of patiently waiting somewhat, but it wasn't working the way he was doing it before, right? It wasn't working having the 7 pentacles on the bush, which is why you had to get rid of one of them. So you're either doing this in a different way or you don't want to do this at all anymore, right? That's that traditional meaning. What about from the book?
Yeah, from the book, looking at it, this could be going downwards to Earth rather than upward. This could be a long period of situation. This could be you trying things a certain way and they didn't work in the past.
Oh, that's what I said.
Just echoing exactly what you said. So I believe that message certainly resonates here.
Upright, he's put in a lot of work and effort. He's getting to the top. He can finally see like over the top of the horizon. He can see this clear blue sky and everything. But in reverse, it's like, oh, well, that was all for nothing, right? And I feel like that's maybe the struggle here for some of you. If there is any kind of resistance, it may be coming from the fact that, oh, I'm going to have to do this a different way, or I'm going to have to scrap this idea entirely or something in order to start it a new way. And then there's sort of this despondency that's, oh, all of that was for nothing. Was all of that really for nothing? But this is where your courage, right? Leo, just you have the power, Leo. Let's clarify with my personal deck, yo. Nameless South promotion. It's not even my channel. I'll use whatever cards I want. Oh, 4 of Staves, the 4 of Wands. So the first thing that I'm hearing here is comfort, right? But also number 4, stability, security, foundation. There is something here that you've built that seems like it's not that it was a waste of time. It's just that I think the challenge for you, Leo, is to kind of not see it as a waste of time, right? Because it wasn't a waste of time. What it is that you built got you to this point where you are even able to change and see things from a different perspective. And you won't not be building this thing, by the way. It's just you will be doing it in a different way, right? And there's going to be some of you who are going to get to the point where you're like, what? Oh yeah, I didn't even remember I wanted to do that thing because I'm too busy thinking about something else now. But for the majority of you, it's not that you won't be building towards this thing. It's just you won't be doing it in the way that you are used to, right? In the way that you've done it before. And it doesn't mean that it was all a waste of time.
And this does not necessarily feel like this is a negative reading in a way, in any way necessarily. It's maybe simply approaching things a different way.
Yeah.
Maybe you are meant to still approach the thing that
that's what I mean. Yeah. Like
the certain way that you've gone about it in the past just hasn't worked
Leo
for
wants
you.
thing, right? Leo, you tried to get thing or create thing or have thing, and it just didn't work before. And you feel like you got this close. But now what's happening is you're going to have to scrap that process in order to come around from this angle and approach it from an entirely different, much easier, by the way, angle. But it's feeling like, oh no, I'm going to have to go back to stage one. I'm going to have to go back and to plan A, right? It feels like you've gotten all the way to step 7 of a 10-step process. And in order to get to step 10, you're going to have to go back to step 1 and shift your perspective and then approach from a different angle, right? Oh my gosh, yeah, look on the bottom of the deck as I've been shuffling. It's the Sun card. That is you, Leo. You can do this. You got this, all right? Let's have a look at the advice.
So there's definitely going to be some sort of success here, I'm sure.
Yeah, with the Sun card coming out. So that's you all up in your power. But don't be afraid to break the foundation that you've built towards this already. It won't be going to waste. But it's like you wouldn't have been able to reach it from that angle. Oh, yeah.
This is a good thing. We have the healing begins.
6 of Swords.
6 of Swords.
I've seen that heart chakra as well. Leo is the ruler of the heart chakra. Yeah.
So yeah, this feels like the unveiling of a stage almost to me. Like, are you ready to come out? Are you ready to step forward? So I feel like there is in this new way that you're going to approach it with, if you so choose, this will deliver you much more of the satisfaction and the success that you need.
Yeah, it's much more peaceful. This is the 6 of Swords, right? 6 of Swords moving into calmer waters is things being more peaceful. It's Swords energy, which is air, but it always makes me feel like a Pisces, right? Which is like that Neptunian, everyone just calm down, peace, bro, right? And see, this here was you doing hard work and oh no, it was all for nothing. Mate, this other way that you are going to be approaching, it's not hard, right? I feel like as soon as you step onto it, you're going to realize, oh, this is so much easier than the way I was trying to do it before. I am so glad that I came off of that path and approached from a different angle.
Might be so much ease that you feel a little uneasy at first.
Yeah.
And you wonder if this is the way.
Is it too good to be true?
Rest assured, that's just you second guessing yourself.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, wow. Ta-da! The Knight of Staves, the Knight of Wands. And the Tower. Skadoosh. This is you, Leo. This is fire energy, obviously. The Knight of Wands and the Tower. You choosing. This is you choosing to break down the foundation for yourself, right? Like they smashed up the whole city or whatever. But you choosing to do that in order to approach from a different angle. And this new angle is so much more peaceful and calm and relaxing than you trying to climb up this freaking mountain here, right? You are going to realize that. You are going to realize that. And you're going to be laughing too. Okay. Oh, the animal spirits just threw up all over the floor. Yeah. Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck. See? Approach from that new angle. It is safe to do so.
So for our last clarifying poll, we are going to pull from the animal spirits.
Does it like a magician? A magician.
Magician.
Like a magician.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. The
Wow.
spirits.
Oh, I already know what that card says. Yes. Yes.
This
yes. Yes.
is
Yes. Yes.
a good tune to go
a good tune.
on a new adventure.
A good time.
A good time.
It is a good tune, guys. It is a good tune. Okay, go listen to it. But it's also a good time. It's a good time to go on a new adventure. Boom. Yes. Approach from a new angle. Also, emu, largest bird in the world, right? Flightless, but regardless, largest bird in the world or whatever. Those guys can run like, I'm just seeing them. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's all fitting together now. When we were listening to this song pre-recording, as we do to download the messages and stuff, you were talking about how it reminded you of when Simba returns to Pride Rock.
Yes.
And he runs over the desert and he does that slow motion thingy, right? Where it's like double exposure on the screen where you can see his legs running and he does the slow motion and it's like all over the song. And I said to him, I actually have that song also in this deck, which is called Under the Stars. And I'm literally seeing that emu doing the same thing that Simba is doing. If you've ever had a dream where you've been running and you run so fast that you almost start hovering off of the ground and then you take those really, really long leaps. Have you ever done that?
Long strides.
A lot of people have done that in their dreams. It feels like this is what you're going to be doing. Not for real, but the energy, right? Where you're going to feel like you're just having to take one tiny little dink and the energy just carries you forward and you just dink and it carries you forward. You no longer are trekking up this mountain with bags and clinky chains and ropes and you're just going like you're on the moon, like you're moonwalking through your life, right? Moonwalking through your life and not the Michael Jackson moonwalking.
The emu is one of those birds that I can tell you, feeding from personal experience, takes what the emu wants.
Yeah.
Very, very curious and doesn't have to require a lot of thought to.
I hope y'all just saw that flip over in the deck, by the way. 9 of Drones. Material independence. Just, I feel like this is independence in general, right? This is earth energy. This is physical reality kind of energy. It's your materials, your resources, your money, your body, your home, etc., etc. You were trying to grasp this before. This is what's at the top of this mountain here. But the way you were doing it before, it's taken way too much from you. Just no. You're going to come back to stage one, part one, step one, and you're going to approach from a different angle. And you're going to find yourself just floating all the way to the point that you want, right? Which is to have everything that you need to, and have created it for yourself as well with this 9 of Drones. Not only to have everything you need, but the main point is to have it, you have created it yourself, right? So you have that sense of Leo pride, right? Like, yes, I am the lion pride, right? I am freaking Pride Rock over here, okay? We both major ass Leos. So
we're both kings of the jungle. Absolutely.
Queen.
Kings and queens.
Absolutely. Just call me Sarabi. I almost forgot her name. Anyway, so this is what I have for you, Leo. You kind of already know what it is that you need to do. It's just you're a bit afraid to do it. But trust me, once you take even one step in a different direction, still towards this goal, by the way, right? You're going to feel a heck of a lot different. But don't be afraid to lose what it is that you've already built towards it. That is okay. Just break it all down. It's still yours. It's still there. It's still attainable. You're just going to build it up in a new way.
Yeah, think of the Lion King. How was Scar ruling it? How was Mufasa ruling it? You see the difference very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So choose your Pride Rock.
That's true. That's true. So, Leo, check out all of the links down below for personal and private readings and for social media, as well as everything towards the new podcast, because it's super awesome and we just want people to listen to us gab on. That's why we're here talking as well. But take care and we'll see you next time.
Happy hunting, Leo.
Hey, Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Let's get straight into it with your theme song.
Optimus.
Love it. Love it. Love it. I'm like the hugest Transformers nerd in the world. Oh, you can't even, there you go. That's my taps. I got another one as well, you guys. Not even joking. It's not funny. But let's talk about you, Optimus. First thing I want to say is we were just discussing how this is the song or the piece of music of the divine masculine, right? Now, first things first, all right? Everyone has both. We all have elements of divine feminine and divine masculine energy, and or at least we can certainly tap into and use them whenever we need to, okay? But obviously it could be referring to you, but it could be referring to a specific person here, whether you are the divine masculine or another person. It's what we're saying is strong and it's soft at the same time. I'm going to link it down below as usual so you can go listen to it, but you'll know exactly what I mean. It's got core and strength to it, right?
Very, very hard, firm center.
Yes, it's just so
middle of all of that song.
It feels like it's so strong, like a weightlifter who can just lift up, like, or Superman, like he's lifting up a building or something. He's just standing there, like, yeah,
and it's not kind of one of those songs where all the harmony sticks together, where it's just so marshmallowy because there's so much with the main tune going on. There's harmony and melody just kind of combining to a point where all of the energy around is very, very quiet, but then it's like a sudden, I did what I had to do, I did what I came here to do, and now I'm just going to go back the same way.
Yeah, kind of like
make a cool exit.
Yeah, almost like Optimus Prime himself, right? He's just I do the thing that's right? I don't care about side. Well, he does have a side, I suppose. Obviously, there's Autobots and there's Decepticons, but he just comes in, he does the thing, he rips them to pieces, and then he walks away. It's like you just have to do what needs to be done. I don't care about rules or government thingies or whatever. Where they're always trying to, shove some kind of what's the word? Restrictions, right? Oh, you can't do this, and you can't do this, and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, no, I just want to beat up the bad guys, right? We watched that movie with Donnie Yen, Flashpoint. Actually, we watched Flashpoint and Chapeau Latin, but I believe it's Flashpoint where he says both at the beginning and the end of the movie, I don't care about rules or regulations or blah, 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 blah. I'm a policeman and it's my job to catch the robbers. It's my job to catch thieves. So if that means that I have to punch him in the face, then I'm going to do it, right?
Yeah, no direct path.
Yeah, it feels like it's very matter of fact, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be another person in your life. It's just maybe you adopting that energy of the divine masculine who would just take care of business, right? That's what they do. Like the masculine wants to solve the problem right now. The feminine just kind of is like, wants to be heard and wants to be comforted and just, oh gosh, and that's not a bad thing. We all have that, but the masculine's like, oh, you're crying, something happened, let me sort your problem out right now.
And yeah, usually I also want to say that there's also another energy here, which is kind of a being energy. It's not head on like some of the other songs we've had in this reading. It has a lot more of a gentler approach, and that's probably just by being yourself, by leading by example.
Well, you are Sagittarius. That's it. We're talking about Sagittarius, right? I mean, not that you're not a fire sign and you don't have all of the fiery, passionate things and stuff, but you are just a much gentler approach generally than an Aries or a Leo. Certainly than an Aries, but because a Sagittarius sort of, I see them as coming later on in the ninth house, right? So it's much later on in the wheel of life where we're slightly more mature. We're not as hasty as Aries and we're not as show-offy as Leo. We've sort of incorporated all of the lessons together, and now we are mature Sagittarius who knows how to put on a show when they need to and knows how to restrain themselves when they need to.
Yeah,
right?
you've seen things. It's kind of like some musicals where there's a lot going on, and then suddenly one of the central guardian kind of characters is going to start getting everybody involved in a chorus to just kind of get them distracted from their main interludes, but kind of bring it all as a group effort, as a group project.
Yeah, it's Sagittarius is all about the bigger picture, isn't it? Like the wider perspective, encompassing all of the things in order to be. So it's like a very wise energy here as well, because this is Optimus Prime we're talking about. He's like wise old man, right? You have this capacity inside of you, absolutely. So whether this was referring to you or somebody around you, it does feel like there is something present in your life that's coming up or that is happening right now for you, where you are just doing the thing that needs to be done, that isn't necessarily going to be seen as right by everyone, that isn't going to be seen as the smart thing to do by everyone, but it is the thing that has to be done. And that is the end of it. I'm almost seeing like King of Swords, you know, where it's like, I don't get all the truth and nothing but the truth, right? It's coming in very, but you're coming with a very soft approach.
And a very definitive approach.
Yeah, I mean, you're getting your point across.
About what it is you want. So for starters, we are going to start with a central message, pulling from the Akashic Tarot.
Yeah, it's like you're getting a point across that sounds like it should be shouted, right? But you're whispering it. It's a very loud point that you're making, but you're making it very quietly, right? Which is fascinating.
What message do we have for Sagittarius today? With Optimus.
Oh,
Six of Forces, the waterfall.
Wow. There's like a whole bunch of energy going on. Did I not say to you, please tell me I said to you when we were discussing this piece of music before we recorded, that I said something about water, right? Tell me I said something about water.
You did say something
about water. What did I say about
water?
water?
You said it was, didn't I? You said it was in connection with the song. It was like rivulets kind of going in between and flowing around.
Yeah, it was water flows around its opponent, right? That's what Jet Li says in the Forbidden Kingdom.
Overwhelms.
It doesn't fight its opponent. It flows around. When it comes up against a rock, it doesn't try and smash through it. It just goes, okay, fine. I'm just going to flow around you. God, it's literally in the scene where he says that, him and Jackie Chan are standing at the top of a waterfall and that little white ass boy is standing at the bottom. I love that kid. Seriously, the waterfall. I am picturing that whole scene from that movie, right?
Yeah, so
that's a lot of energy, a lot of momentum. You are flowing. Oh, you're coming at me with an obstacle? I'm just gonna breeze around you.
And a lot of times these Akashic Oracle cards have another message kind of beyond the subtext of the suits that they are associated with. And this is definitely, you are in tune with some part of yourself.
Yeah.
You have the ability to shape it in any way you want from this point.
Yeah, because you're the one that's taking charge.
There's only one way to go.
Yeah. You've got this energy behind you like an Aries or a Leo would have, but you're applying it with such finesse.
But many ways to get there.
It's almost like, you know, in Futurama, there's that episode where Bender gets shot out into space and he meets God or whatever. And God says to him, when you do things right, people won't be sure that you've done anything at all. And I was just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. This is cosmic. This is cosmic. I've just understood. This is the approach that you're applying here, Sagittarius, is you're doing things that you're applying so much energy, but you're doing it with such finesse that it's almost like nobody even notices that you're doing anything at all, right? But it's such monumentous, grand, it feels like there's such power behind this. This is a Six of Wands, by the way, which is achievement, victory, success, recognition, notoriety, being known for things, right? But for some reason, you are gaining the most power by applying, the Midas touch. You have the Midas touch. That's the one. Yeah, you know, when he touched, is it everything turns to gold?
Yeah, he touches everything, it turns to gold, including
Doesn't that turn out to be like a bad thing for him?
It turns out to be a bad thing.
Yeah.
So I don't think in our case this is a bad reading.
No,
this is a very good card.
It feels like, again, you're doing it in the way that you are like, you've become wise with it, right? You aren't necessarily going to just fling your Midas touch around and grant all of the wishes and make everything into gold. Like you're applying it with such
finesse.
Yeah, it's such tiny detail that no, it's almost like nobody even notices that you're changing or that things are happening, or it's just you're just sneakily behind the scenes, just like, you know, I kind of see like a Dracula cape, just sort of like
kind of mastermindy in some way.
Not that you're the villain or anything. It's just we perceive things strangely, right?
And we often sympathize with villains.
6 of forces, 6 of clues. This is a 6 of wands and a 6 of swords, you guys. Moving into calmer waters, right? So it's like, here you are, and then the calmer waters are sort of out here in the future or whatever. You're setting something in motion here. You're not creating. I mean, you could be creating. This is wands, creative energy, but your momentum and your delicate touch is bringing about radical effects that maybe nobody even understands. Like, how did that happen? How the hell did Sagittarius manage to do that? I don't understand. And you're just over here sailing off like on your speedboat, just like off to the new horizons, right? It's like you're not leaving people in the dust necessarily, but it's almost like you're going to be halfway across this ocean before anybody even realizes, wait, what just happened? Where did Sagittarius go? What is going on? I didn't know any of these things, right?
Everything's going to happen all at once as everything comes in.
Yeah, and it's because you are, it's like you're getting to the nitty gritty of the law of attraction and the universe's workings, right? You're getting to the nitty gritty, the detail of things, and you're like, I'm almost seeing, you know, like in some kind of spaceship movie. I'm seeing a specific
spaceship movie.
Actually, I mean, I'm seeing Star Trek, but not everyone resonates with that. And there's the one episode where they have to like take out the data packs or something and put them in a different order, and then they get Data to do it because he's an android and he's just like, it's like, that's what you're doing. Like you're taking, like you're going into the matrix, and freaking recoding everything, like the tiniest little 1000, and you're just changing one digit or something to make your entire reality, and nobody knows how you're doing this, and all of a sudden you're just halfway in another direction before anybody can even pick up what's going on, right? This is a really exciting energy, I may say. Okay,
I'm definitely feeling like this is kind of skating by something with some very clever decisions that you've made.
Very sharp-minded, absolutely, but not being applied in a forceful or a sharp manner. It's being applied with a cotton wool touch, just
very
almost like,
subtle,
you know,
very subtle.
You're like, well, you know, it's, you don't even, so somebody doesn't even know that something's happened, you know, like almost like a pickpocket, you know, where it's just, it's such a light touch that you can't even feel it, right? Anyway, let's pull some advice. I mean, I don't know what kind of advice you would need other than keep what you're doing, and then write it in a book and send it to me so I can figure out how to do it as well. Thank you. This is like recoding the matrix. It's not even like you've decoded it. Now you're recoding it. Ooh. 3 of wands. Interessant.
Take the lead. Yes, you are clutching at something that is not so easy to clutch for most people, but you've gotten by with a lot of interesting decisions and very, very thought out processes that you have the confidence to do this. This is also I'm almost feeling like this is not quite a leap of faith in a grand sense, but no, you might have to just remember not to always double check.
Yeah, it's like,
because it is confirmed.
Yeah, it's not even, it's like not a leap of faith because you already know you're going to succeed, because you know this inner, it's either you know how you work with the universe, let's put it that way. You know how the universe talks to you and how you talk to the universe and how to get the most out of it. It seems like or at least you're coming into this kind of understanding if you haven't got it already. Now, it feels like it's not a leap of faith because you already know how to recode the reality that you're in, but it's kind of just reminding yourself that it's remembering not to, the only thing that's going to hold yourself back truly is yourself, is literally just not doing the thing. This is action energy here with this wand, this fire at the top is creativity. That's your energy, Sagittarius. It's taking action, it's doing something. The only thing that's going to stop any of this momentum is literally you not doing something. That's it.
I don't think this is going to take a lot of double checking or that, but we all have a little voice.
We do all have a little voice, absolutely. But I think, see, Ace of Drones, Ace of Pentacles. This is physical reality stuff. This is things, right? It's actual, touchable, tangible things. It's a physical creation, right? It could be a digital creation. It could be like a digital music or something, but it's still created. It's finished. It's out. It's done. It's created. The only thing that is going to stop you is you literally not doing the thing. That's it. No body is going to stand in your way. No thing is going to stand in your way. No obstacle, no chance. This is such clear sailing with the amount of energy you've got behind you here and knowing how to recode your freaking reality. The only thing that's going to stop you is you literally not having a go at recoding your reality. That's it, right? Seriously. Ugh, Eight of Drones. See? I feel like you might have to practice at it a couple of times, Eight of Drones, because the Eight of Drones is doing something consistently on a consistent basis, almost daily practicing, right? With this being drones, and this is the Ace of Drones here as well. So it may take you, I'm not feeling like 8 months, right? I'm kind of feeling like 8 weeks. Drones is usually like years, but in my deck, I made it the faster of the suits.
Yeah. And many paths to get there through a finesse
trial
test,
and error,
or through trial and error.
Yeah, look, see, Marius is doing trial and Topher is doing error, right? He is very much trial and she is very much error. Nevertheless, the process is there. It might take you a couple of tries to figure it out specifically, right? But this is where you're heading, like to the point where you can go do your ritual or your weird connecty universe thing and literally get results almost instantly, right? Because
whatever the plan is, you're on track. So we are going to clarify one last piece of advice with Animal Spirit deck. Pull out an animal for you and see what the message is. The Kiwi Spirit.
Okay, it's for Kiwi. Okay. Sorry.
Do a walking meditation each day for the next week.
Interesting. I believe.
Okay.
I believe in this reading, out of 3 readings, in 2 readings, we've pulled 2 flightless birds. Is that correct?
That is 2. Yeah.
We've pulled 2 flightless birds
from tropical regions.
That's crazy. That's quite insane. Okay, carry on.
A lot of tropical energy going on.
Do definitely. A walking meditation.
A walking meditation each day for the next week. So we talked a little bit about reflection and how you might not really need that much, and perhaps that is also in lieu of you will have this in hand just by taking that look back every now and again. Some sort of reminder, some sort of progress that you've made, or some sort of gratitude for what's gotten you here this far.
Yeah, that's a good point. Absolutely. I think also as well, because I'm wondering if okay. I was wondering if a walking meditation would is referring to just meditation in general. It doesn't have to be a walking meditation. It could be a bath meditation. It could be a whatever kind of meditation you do or whatever, right? It doesn't have to be a walking one. But I was just thinking, because that may be one of the ways that you connect. It's like trying to encourage you to figure out the way that you connect, to figure out the way that you recode. You are becoming aware that you can recode your reality, almost like changing digits in the matrix or something like that simply, but figuring out how to do it for yourself, involving meditation here in general. You know, I mean, absolutely could be a walking meditation, because I'm also seeing a chariot here on the bottom of the deck, which is movement, but this is usually by car. And on my deck, it's a train, right? So this is why I'm saying it doesn't have to necessarily be a walking meditation. It feels like some kind of mode of transportation. Obviously, don't meditate if you're the one driving.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Could this be a way of saying both eyes open?
Yes, yes. Like go for a walking meditation, your eyes will be open and you will see signs and synchronicities.
You'll see the signs.
Absolutely.
You see the signs, you follow the signs.
Because I also pulled here number six, the lovers, and the 9 of drones, which is 9 of pentacles, right? So again, this here doesn't feel very much too much like romance compared to what's going on here, but this is a choice, right? And it's the major arcana choice. It's not just one of these or one of those, or shouldn't I, but this is a major massive life choice. And it's again coming from you choosing to do something here. Ace of drones, because if I put this here, like choosing to do something, Ace of drones, which leads to the 9 of drones, which is 10, the 10 of drones, the 10 of pentacles, you guys. It's the 10 of pentacles, okay? Like this is what you're working towards. You already know this. You already know this. And I'm just repeating myself 100 times over. The only thing that is going to stop you is literally not doing whatever this is. That's when you don't get the thing, right? You doing this thing is no way it leads to failure, leads to not having the thing, leads to any, like, it just is the complete opposite.
You can view this as inevitable. The only thing you just have to remember is to do it.
Yeah, it's like the universe left you an Amazon package with this Ace of drones in, this 10 of drones, this 10 of pentacles, right? It left the 10 of pentacles in an Amazon, but you walk past it outside your door every morning. Even though it's already there, and all you have to do is take it inside and open it, you just, do that tomorrow. Do that tomorrow. Oh yeah, that's there. I must remember to bring that in when I get home from work. And it's just sitting there. Just keep sitting there. Nobody's going to steal it. It's just yours, and it's going to be yours until you're ready to open the package. So might as well get on with it, right? Seriously. Yeah. Might as well just get on with it. So Sagittarius, that's what we have for you. Go open your Amazon package thing. Get on with it, because also let us know what this is as well, because it seems like it's something that is really, really core to your being, right? Something that is really, really important to you. And then once it's kicked off, I mean, you're going to be halfway across the other side of the whatever, halfway towards the end goal before anybody even notices where you've gone, right? You're going to be like a cartoon in Scooby-Doo where they get scared and then they run so fast that they just leave a dust cloud. That's going to be you, Sagittarius, and they'll just be going like this, and it'll just be a dust cloud, and you'll just have already gone, right? So let us know how it resonated down in the comment section. And of course, check out the description box for all of the social media and a brand new podcast, which has its own YouTube channel, and you can find us on Spotify and Amazon and Google and Apple, etc., etc. Take care, Sagittarius, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, let us know and have fun.